Brooke, welcome in. Happy Saturday. We are in fact returned, and I'm making spells. I'm making wizard spells like I'm fucking D&D. I almost said Wizards of the Coast, and then I realized it's a very unflattering comparison. But everybody loves D&D, so we can stick with that. I guess let me show you a little bit of what I've done in the interim. Something I've noticed is that the act menu, while OBS is open, is a little laggy, and that's something that I definitely want to address eventually, but for now, I don't want to think about it. But let's see. I've got... I've got sword. We have some sword slashies. Welcome in, Fow. Happy Saturday. Some sword slashies. Trying to figure out if I want to make that bigger or not. We have death. Death has been fully implemented. That didn't give me a level up? What the fuck? Okay, hang on. We also have the level ups. There we go. So after I get the spells done, I would like to work on the stage clear. Oh, you know what? Death is not fully implemented. I still need to do the salvage system. So I need to do salvage. I need to finish the spells, then do salvage, then do the stage clear screen. I don't know if we're getting to all that tonight, but that's the immediate future. Also, I have for the laser blade, I do have a little laser blade effect. So that's cool. Alright. Now I want to do spells, and we're starting with ice, which is going to require some shards that fly everywhere, so making a little shard effect. Let's see, we have 8 of these spikes. They're going to go in each direction. Now transform, we're going to have that spin on the y-axis, a random amount. Okay. VFX shards, this is going to inherit from the VFX parent class. Let's name VFX shards. And I recognize that I'm doing this very suboptimally because I think what I'm doing is technically a particle system, but there is a built-in particle system that Godot has that I am not using, that I definitely should be using. But you know, that's for next time. That's for next year when I restart this project again. Then I'll figure out how particle systems work. Let's see. We're gonna need that transform. VFX. And I don't think I need to keep track of all the individual spikes. I'm just gonna run that through the children command. Need to throw in some supers. And this needs to make the spikes go. So we're gonna need... Oh, they're gonna need gravity. Hmm. This is very annoying, actually. I guess I could just have an array of gravity values. Let's do that. var grav, which is going to be an array of floats. It's equal to this. We're going to need to initialize. Let's see, for I int in 8. Grav I is equal to, let's see, random range between 5 and 15. Range 5 and 15. It's probably good enough to start. And then in the step, and then step super delta for I int in grav.size. Welcome in, Hut. Happy Saturday. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Ugh. I do definitely need that after staying over with the dogs. I got my dad set up a guest bed in the gamer zone that he has, but that was basically just like a futon, so not the most comfortable. It's not as soft as the mattress that I usually sleep on, so I feel like I got a fine sleep, but not as good of a sleep as I normally get, and probably wasn't quite as good for my back. I will say, the blanket that the blanket that he had set up in there looked really thin, but it was fine actually. I was looking at it and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a little Spartan, but it felt fine. I had a fine nap. Never shared any images of dogs on Discord. I don't take pictures very often. And also I don't know. I do have a picture that I took of one of the dogs that I can put. Let me see. I'll toss. Alright. I'll toss it just for you. Wait. Oh, are you in, you're not in my server, are you? Let's go! Welcome in, Monster. Happy Saturday. Let me put it in the server that we're in. Did reveal one dog? That's true. That's true, you did. Or I'm thinking of Val. What? Have you ever posted pictures of the dogs? Maybe. It wouldn't be out of character for me. Hmm? It wouldn't be out of character for me. Yeah. I wish I could, like, server nickname people on Twitch. But just for me. Like, I don't need to rename people so they can be perceived by others differently, but, like, just for myself. What the fuck? Where is it? Oh, here it is. What channel should I put it in? Am I good to just throw that in general, or is there, like, a place that I would put pictures of dogs? Rename me something insane? I'd probably just rename you Hut. Just for ease of use, so that way I know that I know you, I would make everybody's names really short. So that way, if I see a name that's longer than like 4 letters, I know it's someone that I don't know. Okay, I've provided pictures. Now that I've got some people here, I can now that I have an audience, I can complain. I've lured you in with the promise of game dev, but I'd actually want to talk about how I've been getting fucked on by technology last week. Shit's pissing me off. So this started with last week. I was helping my grandma because like every other week I'll go over to my parents' place and help my grandma with technology because that sentence should be self-explanatory. And she has this thing, and I think it's a problem with her model of iPhone. She has an iPhone because my parents have iPhones, and so that way, if she needs help when I'm not there, they'll have an easier time helping her because they'll have like the same phone. So I don't know if this is an Apple thing or if it's specifically this model, but she will get the number notification on the phone icon, like you've missed a call or something, and I'll go in there, and it'll say the number on the home screen, but then you click on it, and it'll show you like voicemails, missed calls, and all that, and none of those will have numbers. She looked through it, I looked through it, my dad looked through it, none of us could figure out how to make that fucking number go away. Even doing the thing where you just hit on it and mark all as red, it doesn't do anything. But I noticed if you restart the phone, when it does that, then it'll show you, oh, there were some voicemails that it decided to mark as unread for you and then not show you when you actually go into the voicemail menu, which is the most insane thing I've ever heard. I have no idea how or why it does that. But if you restart the phone, then it'll show up properly and you can remark it as read, which sucks ass. But at least now we have a method. So now every other week I'll go over there to help her with stuff, and probably the first thing I'm gonna have to do is restart the phone and clear out any fucking bullshit notifications that my phone is trying to gaslight my grandmother into thinking she doesn't know how to use her phone. But that's not even the worst part. The part that's even worse is that what I was hoping would be easy to remember is like, okay, just restart the phone and then you can clear it like I showed you. And she tries to, she's like, okay, let me try that now. And she can't restart the phone. And I'm like, okay, listen, I know this may be a new concept to you. I know we don't actually restart our phones very often nowadays. So let me take a crack at it. And let me show you how to do it. You hold there's little volume buttons, and then there's the big side button. And you want to hold the big side button. And then I hold the big side button and nothing happens. And I'm like, okay, we got a McFucking problem here. It turns out this model of iPhone no longer lets you turn the phone off with the side button. Like, all you can do is hold the side button to bring up the voice assistant. And I know that, like, I think that's the default behavior for smartphones nowadays. But at least on fucking Android, you can turn it back to do the power menu. On that phone, I looked it up. I looked up how to switch it back to being a power button on iPhones specifically, and all of the options that I saw on Google don't exist on this iPhone. I don't know if they just stopped doing it, or if it's this model in particular that is absolute primo dog shit. But yeah, all I can do is turn the voice assistant off, which, thank God I can do that much at least. But now, holding the side button doesn't do fucking anything. So, you have this side button that you can still use to turn the phone on. To turn the phone off, the only way you can turn it off is to swipe down from the top right to bring up the settings menu, press the power button, and turn it off from there. Once the phone is off, you hold the side button to turn it on. And once it's on, you can press the side button to put the phone to sleep and press it to wake it up. But for some reason, when the phone is on, holding the side button does nothing. You had a perfectly normal, easy to remember system where you have one big ass fucking button on the side of the screen that controls whether or not the screen is on. You tap it and you temporarily turn the screen on and off. You hold it and you permanently turn the screen on and off. It is such an easy system to remember, and it would be so nice and convenient if that could be the rule that I can establish with my grandma on how phones work, but that's been thrown out the window. This shit is ass. That is like the most frustrated I have ever been helping her with phone shit. And I know, like, I don't hold it against her. Especially not this. This is 100% Apple's fault. But, like, she's old. Sometimes you try to explain stuff and it just, you're not really getting anywhere. And that can be frustrating. But, like, I get it. But this is real. This is real frustration at Apple for making the iPhone fucking worse for some reason. That's not even like a, oh, we're changing things just to make things different. This is a direct downgrade. This is insane. It is a defiance, an abject disrespect of logic as a general concept. Anyways, the other thing that pissed me off was Chrome. This is not related to Grandma. This is on my own computer. Why did I? Oh yeah, Chrome. I posted about this in my Discord. Chrome did some bullshit where they're like, oh, you can bring the address bar down to the bottom of the screen now. For some reason, I think there is a logic to it. It's like it's closer to your thumb, so it's easier to reach it. Like I can see the logic to that. The issue with this is that they have also separated the address bar from the toolbar. The thing that has like the tabs button and the add new tab button and the settings button, they split those up into two separate bars for some reason. So, and the toolbar is now permanently on the bottom of the screen. And also they added the fuck ass AI button because of course they did. And that's probably why they separated it. So there would be enough room to add their shitty ass bloatware button. So now there's an extra bar taking up real estate on my screen, and I find that annoying. And when they said you can move the address bar to the bottom of the screen, they did not tell you that you can't move the toolbar. The toolbar is permanently on the bottom of the screen. So if you have the address bar at the top and the toolbar at the bottom, you've got an extra, like I've got my phone's toolbar that has the back button, the home button, and the tab button. I have that on the bottom. I have the browser's toolbar on top of that, and I have the browser's address bar at the very top of the screen. This looks very ugly. And my thought is, you know what? I can see the logic behind having the address bar on the bottom of the screen. It is closer to my thumb. I can probably get used to it. And that's probably why they don't let you move the toolbar, because they really want to encourage you to move the address bar to the bottom because it makes sense. I get it. I'm going to do that then. So I move the address bar to the bottom of the screen. And now I have the bottom row of my phone's toolbar, and then the browser's toolbar on top of that, and then the address bar on top of that. I thought they would merge, but now I have 3 rows of screen real estate stolen from me on my browser, and it looks like abysmal dog shit. It is the worst looking thing I've ever seen. I was like, I can't fix this? All right. time to hold auditions for fucking internet browser replacement again. The last time I tried this, because Google just stopped cooperating with YouTube, which is the craziest thing. You guys are the same company. How the fuck, of all the internet browsers to have YouTube broken on for multiple days at a time, it's Chrome? That was insane. That time I switched to Firefox, and that was a very short-lived tryst because Firefox has the RAM issues that people joke about Chrome having. That, like, I feel like this computer, this desktop computer, is admittedly showing its years. It's gotta be like almost 10 years old now, at least. It does have a fresh GPU in there, and it does have like 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it is still a 12th gen. 12th gen came out like 15 years ago or whatever. I cannot fully put the blame on Firefox. I'm sure I've got some aging hardware that is not making this process any easier for it. But the fact of the matter is, if I leave a couple tabs of YouTube open on Firefox for more than a day, my whole computer starts to fucking hitch and lock up. And that is not acceptable. And that's also not a thing that happens when I use Chrome. So Firefox is just straight up out of the running. I don't think I can ever use them again. This time, when I kicked Chrome to the curb, I was like, okay, what else? What's the other big ones? They probably got nice compatibility with Chrome extensions and shit. And the first one that came to mind was Opera. Technically, the first one that came to mind was Opera GX, but I was like, I had my run with Opera GX, and that shit is also ass. But what about regular Opera? I thought of it as like buying an office chair versus buying a gaming chair. They're the same product, but you gotta pay the gamer tax for the gamer chair, so I'm like, regular Opera probably has less shit in it than GX. I'll give that a shot. And lo and behold, yeah, this runs a lot better than GX. I don't have any problems with Twitch. Ironically, Twitch doesn't work on Chrome for me anymore. So even if I didn't have this stupid ass phone issue, that would have pushed me off of Chrome anyways. Like, genuinely, I cannot log into Twitch on Chrome. It says this is not a supported browser. And at first I was like, bull fucking shit. Chrome is the only browser that a lot of developers seem to know about. So I looked it up, and it says it only supports the latest 2 versions of the most popular browsers. So I was thinking, okay, maybe my Chrome's out of date. And it was. So I hit update, reloaded the browser, and it still said it wasn't supported. This is patently absurd. So they have doubly pushed me off of Chrome. Now I'm using Opera, and it's going well so far. I like the sidebar. I remember liking the sidebar when I used GX, and then GX absolutely shit itself, and I had to get used to not having the sidebar again. And it's one of those things where it's like, you don't need it, but it is really nice. Because as soon as I came back to regular Opera that also had the sidebar, I was like, oh shit, I forgot how much I like this thing. So, not sponsored. I fucking wish Opera gave me some money. Matter of fact, I think I'll send him an invoice. I've done a great service to them today by not talking shit on regular Opera. Yes, I talked shit on Opera GX, but that doesn't count. Legally, Opera, you should give me money anyways. You can hash that out with your GX division. And you need to swap back to regular Opera? I mean, it sounds like Waterfox is doing you just fine. Also, bored, welcome in. The only reason I didn't even give Waterfox a chance, and admittedly, I probably should have, because if it's an older fork of Firefox, then it probably would have played a little nicer. But I was also like, I'll just start with Opera, and if Opera doesn't work, then I would try Waterfox. But Opera did work, so we're good. If I had a larger audience, I just know someone being a Brave, and I wouldn't have a counter. I wouldn't have someone being like, why didn't you use Brave instead of Opera? Because I'm sure Opera's got I'm sure Opposite's got shit. Brave probably has its shit too, but I can't think of one off the top of my head, so I can't defend myself. Or Proton? Proton? I've heard Proton's got some shit. That one I have a defense for. I've heard about Proton. They give money to the fucking manosphere or whatever. To be fair, I'm sure Opera does too, but like I haven't heard about it. Anyways, gravity. Gravity as equals. We'll start with 3 because that's relatively what Earth gravity is like, so it'll feel somewhat kind of sort of realistic. Times adultery. It just means someone bring it up. Oh, sure, very sure. I forgot Proton had a browser. I only know them for like VPN and email service. So I guess it makes sense that it would have a browser, to be fair. I guess I would mess with the gravity after doing all of this. So for all of the transformed children, as I get child at I dot global position dot y plus equals grav at I. You know what? Let's do this. Var spike, which is a VFX spike. Yeah, a bit of everything. Yeah, they're in the internet business. And if spike dot global position dot y is less than 0, then you are stopped. Equals true. Congrats on your 3-stream streak board. Much appreciated. I feel like I had something else to complain about, but I don't remember. Welcome in, Mino. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Let's see what's on the front page. The first time I'll be checking out the front page on Opera. I can never remember what the domain is. Is it .com? I don't think it is. This is a different website. What the? Hang on. It's .net. Thank you. Secret Opera setting. All gay front page. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. We got Hella Booba, unsurprisingly. Someone that looks depressed. That's definitely that's a big market. We got that one MILF from Fate. She's popular. Somebody on the toilet. That's a common trope. Got some Shimikaze. Some Shimikaze cosplay, to be more specific. I feel like her outfit has her outfit is the legacy that outlives her as a character. Because I don't know when the last time I actually saw a Shimikaze was, but you see her outfit all the time. Some Reimu, some Toho representation. Let's fucking go. You gotta pay your respects. That Shimikaze doesn't even have a peepness. That's crazy. Toho never dies. I mean, I feel like obviously the Reimu one is going to be the pick for today. Like I say, you got to pay your respects. Got some elf, some classic blonde elf wearing green. That's like the look. Also, they got a peepness, which is just a bonus. Got some maids. So we got a lot of the usual here. Nothing too crazy going on. Yeah, it's like the elf. We've got bunny suits. We're just playing. We're playing all the hits. These are all the usual suspects. Let's see. What we got going on here? This is like a pretty bog standard Reimu Dojin. Something donations. But it'll do. Looks like the statistically objective numerical rating of today's front page is a 675,047 out of 10. A utterly bog standard front page. We're hitting all the usual suspects. We've got the Rogues Gallery. Nothing too crazy. This is your dime a dozen front page. Stretch with the hydrate. We hit the front page. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and bring you up by like 0.5, which is probably fine. I need to like reload this. What? Invalid assignment of index is 0. Value type float. What the fuck are you talking about? Why? Do I need to like set it up beforehand? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Array. Dot new. Instantialize a fucking array. Alright. From... Hang on. I'm just gonna do this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, does that work? Uh-oh. Invalid access to property, global position on base object, null instance. What are you talking about? Index 7 is out of bounds. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm an idiot. Forgot to make another one. Let's save scene. Let's try that again. They're not coming down. Why are they not coming down? Oh, that's supposed to be negative. Uh-oh. How would I set up their initial position? Because Spike does not appear to have initial positions. Does it not? It should. It uses the fucking 25. What the hell? Oh, wait. Ooh, right. This is using their like their base transform. Like, they're supposed to be stopped. Oh, wait. If not, spike dot stopped. This is a little messy, but it works. Okay, there. There. Now if I initialize again. Oh, because I didn't reset the other ones, that's why. Okay, let me fix the fucking initialization before I continue messing with this. Hmm. How do I want to get the angle? I could set the direction. I don't know. I don't know if that would work. What? No. No, I think it will. Okay. Spike. Effect spike. Why don't I just copy this? Spike dot rotation in degrees, because I am a square, dot y equals I times 45. Spike dot position dot z equals 1. Oh, wait, let's do this. Vector 3, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Why? Oh. Yes. What? Why? Oh, they're moving so fast. Okay. Let's have them move at a speed of like between 1 and 2. How about that? Even that's too fast. What the hell? This cannot be right. Oh, that's why. Because it's fucking tied to the frame rate. Times delta. God damn it. There we go. Oh, the gravity is so low. Why do they start so slow? That's not right. Maybe it is right. Okay, let's like double that. Getting the whole emulation FPS bug experience. I mean, it's good to catch it now. Better now than later. It's still so slow. Nope, faster. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out what this weird lurching motion is. So it would start with upward speed. I'm doing it as like velocity, and the velocity should decrease, pulling it down. Hmm. 30 and 35. I understand that it's like that because of fucking it's still going up, but it's supposed to slow down. It's supposed to slow down before it hits the peak. I don't understand why it moves a little bit and then it jumps. What the hell is that? Also, this didn't work at all. I'm gonna have to. I know how to fix this, but that's later. You know what? That's not later. Offset, which is vector 2. 2 dot from angle. Sorry, vector 2 spelled correctly. Dot from angle. 45 times I times 45. God damn it. Uh, times pi times 0.5. So that'll be pi, then half of pi. No, 0.25. Which means I can make this random, actually. I can make the whole rotation random. I don't even gotta worry about that. Offset.x, offset.y. Okay, how about this? There we go, we got ourselves a nice ring. It's nice Primo 100. I think that works. That looks good. That that lurch is pissing me off. Truly, I do not understand. I do not understand why it is like that. Okay, you start at a positive speed, which makes you go up, and that positive speed is supposed to gradually. Oh, you know what? It probably has something to do with the fucking delta being weird when it hits the initialize. It probably looks not like that when it is actually just spawned in game. Maybe, hopefully. Okay. These must all spin. Strike dot No, this would be done in no, I guess I can do it here. Spike dot spin rand min is equal to tau. Oh, sorry. Vector 3 times tau. Vector 3.1 times tau. Yield identity matrix. I never thought I'd be fucking with matrices, but here we are. I still remember them from... Was that college or was that high school? I guess I would do... Minimum would be 0, actually. I have, in fact, entered the matrix. Spike dot spin d equals... Let's see. Vector 3... We're going to fill all of these with rand f's between -1 and 1. And that'll be our spin range. Range from -1 to 1. Times, I don't know, 10? That's probably fine. Let's see how they spin. They're not spinning. uh... I think it is because the spikes are not influenced by spin here. Yes. Mesh dot rotation equals spin current. Okay, let's try that again. Spin? Yes! They spin! Yes! I probably want more spin than that. They can go pretty fucking crazy. Let's do like 50. Okay, maybe that might be Yeah, it might be a little too crazy. 30. Yeah, it works. As for the variance in height, that... let's bump this up to 40 and then bump this down to like 20. I want some nice variance. Okay, that might be going a little crazy. We'll go from like 30 to 15. Well, maybe that 35 was in fact the move. Because 40, as we saw, got a little wild with it. Yeah, I think that'll do. Maybe we raise the floor just a tad. Bring that up to 20. This is so nice. I am so glad I took the time to like make it so that I can test this directly in the engine. This would be such a fucking pain in the ass to like build the whole game every time I need to test some fuck ass parameters. Holy shit. This is probably fine. Okay, now they need to move outwards. Let's see. I think I should be able to just use this again. Spiked position D. Position D equals can I just genuinely copy position? Yeah, I think so. Spike dot position times 1. Why? It feels like they're all moving in the same direction. Why is that? Why is that? Let's multiply this by 10 so we can get some more drastic movement. Why are they all moving that way? What? That's not how that works at all. But they're all moving... Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm hallucinating, I guess. Okay, why would this be like this? What if I do position current? What the... What? What? What does this mean? This is utterly bizarre behavior. Okay. We're gonna put that back. I don't know what the fuck that meant. but they're all moving. Like, when they spawn, they move outward towards the center. And this is just a copy of the spawn vector, which should continue to move them in that same direction. What the fuck? Let me see. Excuse me. Maybe I programmed that wrong as a joke in the base VFX. Let me see. Position delta plus equal delta times position delta. It's there. It's right there. That, as far as I can tell, is correct. Let me see. Let me reinitialize this first. Okay, so you're all moving there. Why are you all moving there? You are moving along the x-axis because your xd is 10. Wait. They're all rotated, which is changing their, like, angle. Let me see. Interesting. Okay. So they're rotating, and then they take that rotation and they reapply it relative to itself, and coincidentally that means they all point in the same direction. That is fascinating. How do I make it not do that? Do I just, let me see. You're pointing this way. So you should be moving along the X. Wait. Why is that like that? Why is it spinny like that? I don't like that. That's really hard to work with. Do I want to make it, like, inverted? But that's what puts them in that direction. Hang on. This requires math. Okay, what if I do negative? If I flip one of them, whoa, that's cool. Okay, your X is pointing that way. Okay, great. That fixed it. So they all need to move along the x-axis. Okay, that makes that simpler. Vector 3. Rand range from 0.2 to 1 times 10 and then 0, 0. There we go. All right, we got ourselves some shards. And then we have them all start at a random height. That'll also help mix things up a little bit. I think I maybe want that to max out at 15. Position, and then random range from zero to 5. Let's see, where are you guys starting? Okay, that's a wide variance. That might be a little bit much. 0 and 1. Yeah, that's better. And this is useful for ice and like rocks. So this would be great for like the axe crush because it's gonna be breaking open the earth and shit. Okay, I think that'll suffice. Caltrops, yeah, caltrops. We got fucking Skarmory in this bitch. Okay. I also need to make sure, first of all, I need to make sure I got some fucking hype music playing. Yeah. I need to make sure that colors can be passed. So that would be done in model update. Region, vars. Region functions. Update model. Super. Let me just copy again. Oh wait, this one would be different. For spike, VFX spike in trans dot get childs. Spike dot color current is equal to color current. Spike dot m current equals m current. So now, if I wanted to make these ice shards, you'd have this be like blue or some shit. With white emission. Yeah! Look at that! And if I wanted these to be rocks, we would turn the emission off and make these brown. And now they are stones. Alright, great. Get fucking frosty. Okay, that's nice and all, but we'll also need... no, I think that's it. and then we can make the ice. VFX ice. We're gonna need shards. And we're gonna need... Am I gonna need a transform for this? Probably not. This is what you do when the cats gather around the ice machine. They like to putt around the cubes till they melt. Yeah! Dude, cats love that. It's just a little interested in thermodynamics. I'm saying. I wonder if cats know that, like, the ice turns into water and then they can drink it. Or if they just think that ice is really cool. And then we also need a muzzle flash. You are so tiny, bro. Ten. What the fuck? Why do you look like that? Like that. What the hell? Oh, what happened? What the? Don't do that. Bro, what happened? Something is very wrong here. Okay, for now, let's turn the alpha on this off so I can get a better look at what's going on here. You're like really wide. What is this? Right, that's normal. You're supposed to be that size, and then you randomly rotate on the z-axis. No changes here. I think it's in the spike itself. Did I fuck with it? VFX spike. What? When did this happen? Are you local to scene? You are. Are you local to scene? You are. Okay. What the fuck? When did this happen? Wait. Oh, I know what happened. Hang on. Spin. You need to be spun. It's along the x-axis. I believe it's 90. It's not in degrees. Oh, wait, I can fix that. Rotation degrees. Okay! Okay, we're good. What the? Oh, right, this. VFX ice. Yes. Put that in there. Okay, okay! Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed. We're good. Ice is pretty cool. Things you say to me often. Wait, what do you say to me often? You ask me why I'm like this? You need to be spun. Yes, yes. Also bad to fix. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's like you just the hard part is finding out what the actual problem is. Once you got that figured out, then a lot of times it is an easy fix. You need to be off. We do not need lights here. And you will not turn back on. That's great. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I like to see. Now, you need to be spun. We're going to turn this into like an iceberg. We can probably increase the maximum and the minimum for the random spin. Uh, I guess that's not where I do that. Hang on, let me find out where does spike impact do it. Okay, you just do fucking multiply. Just flat multiply the rotation. Okay, I can do that. It goes in here. VFX ice extends VFX. It's like saying it's always in the last place you look. Yep, it'd be like that. Last name VFX ice extends VFX, and it is a tool. I was gonna say like many people I know, but that's just patently not true. I just don't associate with people that I don't like. I'm almost certain, yeah, we won't need a transform here, so I can just grab shards and flash directly. Shard. Flash. Which I don't think I'm really gonna need to manipulate the shards. Not in code, at least. The muzzle flash I will need to make to scale appropriately. Let's see. I mean, I guess I might as well grab them both just to be safe. Is this the whole? No, okay. I was like, did it grab the whole OST again? But it's just this song. Remove our shard, which is fix shards. It's equal to shard. Let's throw in some supers. Oh, you know what? I need to rotate. Shard needs to rotate. On initialize. Trans rotation dot y equals right f times tau. There. Before I call anything else, transform value of type muzzle flash to variable type shards. Did I fuck up? I did. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay. That looks great. That looks great. Wait a minute. Why aren't you guys spinning anymore? What the fuck? We went over this, man. What am I missing? Why are you not spinning anymore? What's going on here? Finished rotation degrees equals spin current. Yeah. Is it because you're like... It should unstop when initialized, right? Am I crazy? Initialized, stopped equals false. Yeah. Why are you not spin? What is your spin set to? Okay, your spin is set to something. Why is your fucking spin not go? You start above the Y, or sorry, the Z axis. So you shouldn't be starting stopped. So you were spinning until I told you to set the spin value to the current, your rotation to your current spin, and now you no longer spin. What's the deal? Plus equals delta times spin d. Yeah. And the spike sets its rotation degrees to spin current. And spin current updates every step. Why? Where am I going wrong, man? Oh, it's because it's being set in degrees now, which means the spin D being really fucking tiny is not gonna fly. Okay. Times 360. Man, set that shit to 300. I almost said 3,000. That's probably gonna be a little much. Okay, yeah, we're spinning, we're spinning. Man, set that shit to 3,000. Okay, that's a little too much. That's pretty good. Okay, we're spinning again. Make sure this shit actually works. All right, I gotta fix you. There we go. Okay, you're back to normal. Okay, back to this. The muzzle flash needs to be bigger. And also, this needs to be white. It should be ice colored by default. I should space these out. Wait, not here. I need to set it here and then like set the colors accordingly. Region functions. For child VFX in get childs. H dot color current. I should run a function for just like pass the colors down. I mean, I'm saving what, 2 lines of code? I guess it's fine to just retype this every time. Okay. So now, yeah, it's ice colored. Yippee! All right. That's probably a good size ratio between the big stalactite and the shards. So, what's the size on this? This is 26. We'll bump that down to 25. Just make it a nice round number. So we're definitely going to want to increase the rotation on the shards and make them a little longer. So when we initialize, fn initialize super, let's see. For spike VFX spike in flash.subs. Spike.rotation times equals 1.5. Spike.scale.z equals 1.5. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. The 1.5 times on the scale might be a little bit much. Let's try 1.2. Even that might be a little much. 1.1? At that point, I might as well not even bother changing it. Yeah, let's set it to... let's not even fuck with that. Well, I mean, now that I fucked with it, I have to reset it. Set to 1. Set this to 1.4 so we don't get totally flat spikes like that. I think that'll do. And then... which one do I want to set? 50? Whoops. Hang on. I need to turn off form scale. Okay, 50. Yes! Big and wide. 50 as well. There we go. That's an ice shard. Wait. I may need to... actually, no. No, we're good. They stay wanting to be fucking splayed out. Okay, hang on. Let's bump that down to 1.2. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Now, what are you set to? You set to 50, 50, 25. So, what we're going to do is start you at 221. Flash.scale equals vector 3, 221. And then under step, we're going to have flash.scale equals Ooh. Hmm. I wrote a global function to handle vector lerping, but it doesn't work in the editor, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it manually. Flash not scaled. Oh wait, there's a v3 lerp just built. What the fuck? Why did I write a function for this right here? I'm dumb as hell. Vector 3, 50, 50, 25. I'm gonna lerp that at 0.3. See what this looks like. Uh. Hmm. Oh, because I didn't set it. I'm stupid. Okay. Yes, it is big. Yeah, it's we make ice. I can maybe lerp a little bit faster. It's gotta look like it's really shunting out of the ground. Yeah, yeah. That'll give someone a shock. Okay. This is probably way too big, and I'm just gonna have to scale the whole fucking thing down. But that'll be fine. We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. For now, we must test. And before I can test, I need to, like, assign it. Where is Barza? Barza. AC light. Here we go. Oh, wait. I'm gonna need a custom function for this. Will I? It's gonna spawn on the... Yeah, I'm gonna need a custom function for this. Saw a terrible joke on Blue Sky? Oh boy. Oh wait, that should be like at the top. What am I doing? You know what happened to James McCloud and he died of Pigma? I can't believe this is the first time I've ever heard that joke. There's no way that has not been told for years now. VFX Ice. And we're also gonna need custom VFX target. Instantiate the VFX. I guess I should lead the scaling. Position equals parent. What? No, I should be able to just leave this as it is. We don't need none of this. I think I can just do that and we're good. Okay, I think this is good to test. What? It was tiny. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. So what's going on here? Let me just run that again in slow motion. Let's see what's going on here. I do. No, I was gonna say I need it to be scale independent. I do need it to be scale independent. Okay, let's see. Why are you tiny? It like instantly disappears. What the fuck? What's going on here? Okay, if I reload. Yeah, no. It's working. If I reload the whole project, will it load correctly? I guess that's the real test. Yeah, no. This loaded just fine. Why? Let's see. Bring me back to Barza. I'm going to say global.combat.addChild. If x.global_position is equal to parent.global_position. Are you just really tiny? No, this is fucking... This is like 5 meters. Okay, so it is not tiny by any stretch of the imagination. If X target size... That's not scaling it down, is it? What's the default value for this? Yeah, no, it's just 1. Okay, what does this look like? Why? What if I load this scene? Oh, here we go. Here we go with this shit. Oh my god. Hang on. Is it just gonna straight up crash now? Okay, no. Next load. It's because it's on user. It needs to spawn on target. I am dumb. Wait. Oh, because it doesn't have a spawn point set for user. I was like, why didn't it spawn on emo then? Okay. Oh, which means it's probably gonna crash because of that stupid fucking previously freed instance bullshit. Let's see. Let's watch it happen. Yeah, there it is. Also, it was really big. I saw that. I fucking saw that. Why is it being freed? Oh, right. It's supposed to fucking dog eruption. Okay. How do I fix that? How do I make it so that the muzzle flash just doesn't fucking disappear ever? Here we go. If time is greater than 0, if time is less than 0.01, so that way, if it starts less than 0, it'll never have this check. So then I can go into FX ice when initializing and set flash dot time to -1. So that never does that. I didn't fix the size because I just want to see this thing work, so we're gonna watch giant fucking dog eruption again. Hopefully work properly this time. It's fucking huge. Okay, now if is instance valid, evolutionary link. Okay, I just want to get this to run without crashing, so we're gonna get one more Ice Age dog. Okay, perfect. Now we can fix the size. Glad she's in there and we're out here. All right, we're gonna scale you to. Let's try just a little over 1/10 of that. That doesn't mean I'm gonna have to shrink the shards as well, but I just want to make sure that the main block is scaled correctly, and then I can just apply the scale proportionally to the shards. That's a little too small. Do I want to angle it? If I angle it, I am gonna want a transformation. Okay. I do think I want a little bit of spin on this. That does mean I'm going to have to change the position of the shard, but I don't think Muzzle Flash has that. So we're just gonna do it in here. Flash dot position equals vector. Well, we can do this. Position dot x equals rand f range -1 to 1. It's the size of a grid square, which is size 1. So going from edge to edge would be -0.5 to +0.5, but we don't want to go edge to edge. We could probably get away with doing like 0.3 times 0.3. And then we'll do the same thing for z. And we'll angle a little bit. Flash dot rotation in degrees dot. It would be z and would it be z and x again? Yeah, I guess it would be. You want to angle it anywhere from like negative to +30? I feel like that'd be appropriate. That's Z. Maybe limit it to 20. And we want this a little bit bigger, so we'll go 10 and 5. See how this looks. What? I missed something. I missed something. Key main. Okay. If is instance valid big. The same thing here. If is instance valid small. Now, why did you spawn sideways? Oh, right. I already fucking rotated it. Okay, hang on. I think it was -90. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay. So yeah, X is -90 plus this bullshit. 90, and then not the Y. So still the Z. But Z is 0. Okay. 90 plus all this. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, that's... Do I want the basic ice spell to look that big? I think that's okay. I think, yeah, I think that works. That works. I need to get a good look at the shards. Let's run it back in slow motion. Yeah, those shards are really fucking big. We can't be doing that, bro. So we brought it down to 10 and 5. That's down from 50 and 25. So that's what, divided by 5? So we got to bring these shards down. Which is, I should probably fix that in the shards themselves. What fucking errors are you having this time? 7 is out of bounds. What the fuck? In shards. I'm gonna clear all that and pretend I didn't see that. It didn't crash, so clearly it's not a problem. Shards. There we go. So it'll be 0.2. Bruh. 0.2. There we go. Look at that. Looks great. All right. That was what? Fucking 2 hours? Admittedly, a lot of that was chasing down strange behavior. Thank you, Monster. I hope you guys can hear that because I still can. Face Glam the bugs, hell yeah. You know, for 4 betas out for the weekend, so why not? You gotta pre-order to get into that, right? I would check it out, but I'm not I'm good to wait on this one. I got my COD fill for the time being. No, I am excited to see those Apex attachments. That does look sick. I do love Modern Warfare just in general. That is my preferred Call of Duty sub-series, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. But I have enough games to keep me occupied until I can get it when it's not super expensive. They're still using Gen AI. I mean, of course they are. You got Gears this year, you don't need it. Do you? You know what? We don't need to interrogate that. We don't need to interrogate that one bit. I think I'm going to make some fireballs. You love Gears? Yeah. I'm sure you do. I love me some Call of Duty. For fire, so here's the interesting challenge that I'm faced with. Because of the way that I have programmed my own game, I'm kind of cornered myself into having to have attack effects that are immediate. Programming the missiles and having them be a delayed impact, like having an animation that does not immediately deal damage, that was a headache enough as it is. And I really don't want to have to do that anymore. I want that to just remain a missiles thing. Um, so for all of the spells, they have to be instant effects. That's why I'm having the ice be like, oh, ice spawns at the target, so that way you can do the damage immediately, and the animation doesn't look weird. So for fire, I was originally thinking like, you know, a fireball, the classic, but fireballs have travel time. That's basically a missile. I don't want to do that again. So I'm thinking instead we do a little bit of like Pokemon Fire Blast. I'm thinking we do an animation like that. So it spawns on the target and we can do the timing without it looking weird and it's instantaneous damage. I'm going to, let's see. I think the best way to do it is just make a smoke. Just make a smoke that starts red instead of gray and still have it gradient out to black and that'll look fine. And I'll probably need to add the outline to I'll need to add the outline to the smoke primitive so that way I can give it like fire colors. Excuse me. I hope that was not too loud because I wasn't able to fully point away from the mic fast enough. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Why am I here? Oh, right. I need to change this to Foza. I need to see the timing on this attack. He's deeper into the ear canal. I'm no ASMR streamer, bro. You gotta go to V for that. I forgot Foza is so fucking short range. What the hell? I guess it's like a flamethrower. Hey, look at that. It's the same range as the flamethrower in fucking Front Mission 3. I can't wait to call my own attack dog shit when I'm playtesting this. Okay. Okay. I think I got the timing on that. I have an idea of how I want this to look. First and foremost, I must grab smoke. And while I'm here, I might as well test to make sure that this thing still looks good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the move. That looks great. And you extend boom. So I should just grab... Okay. 3D scene. VFX. Fire. So I have lyrics? I've never heard that, like, vocal stem going on in the intro there. What the hell? I'm definitely going to want a transform node for this. Okay, now we need smoke. Actually, oh, this is gonna be interesting. No, I just need to do it once and then have it like slowly spin. I'll use a static variable for that. Yeah, I think that'll work out quite well. All right. So let's give you a script. Inherits VFX. Last name VFX fire, which is and tool. Region vars and region. Let's see. Static var angle. N64 connector working. Ooh, very nice. What are you gonna play? Angle, which is a float, is we're gonna start at 0. Static var angle, float 0. We're gonna need the transform. Already. Trans to VFX equal to transform. Really wish I had a PC to try that Pokemon Gamma Emerald game out. Ah, yes, the fucking Unreal Engine Pokemon Emerald. I love that, dude. Got TV for like $10. Holy. PS2, Xbox One, and N64. Nice. Need a new PS2 controller. We have original Xbox as well. Quite the setup. Okay, so I'm just gonna like duplicate this a couple of times. Ah, right. Reload. Oh, right. I need to save the scene first. Oh man, that means god damn it, that means the script got saved outside the VFX folder. Motherfucker. I've done it again. Where is it? There it is. Get in here. And I pray that this will not cause issues. Reload. Okay, we're good. Are there actually 3 of you in there? Okay, there are in fact 3 of you in there. Perfect. Didn't want smart TV? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's like you're paying for shit that you're probably not going to use, so I totally understand wanting to avoid it. And that's how you end up buying a TV for like $10. TVs are so cheap nowadays if you're not paying for all the bullshit. And the guy fixed Chip's card too. What the fuck? That's crazy. You found the one-stop shop. You should eat TVs? Why? I mean, I guess they do look very crunchy. Region functions. End region. So when we initialize, well, actually, let me set up this first. Oh man. Oh man. I gotta change. Wait. Wait. Why are you angled like this? It's not the It's not this. Change the Why did you get angled like this? Let me find the smoke. Hang on. Did I just rotate this shit and then never fix it? Let me see. Let me see. What the fuck's going on in here? Why did I do this? Why am I like this? Fix yourself. Honestly. Okay, never mind. We're fucking fine. Oh, because it's cheap. True. Yeah, $10 and that probably feeds you for a hot minute. You just wanna turn the TV on and play games. Yep, that's about right. Okay, so this one's gonna go straight up. So we want that to go like 30, probably 45. Clean 45. And then this one is gonna point 45 this way and then like down. That doesn't look right. Why does that not look right? No, I think it's fine. I can't wait for that to not be fine. You also have well over 100 places to try out in NYC and a couple in Boston. Ooh. Hell yeah. And all three of these guys are going to be moving in the Z direction. You start out at 0, and you move like 5. Though I just realized I don't think I set this up to support the positions changing, so I'll probably need to implement that. Oh, never mind. It's in. We're good. Them shit's moving fast. Do I want that? Do I want them moving that fast? I think so. They zoom in. But it's not equidistant, which is very annoying. How would I fix this? Okay, so 45 is clearly not the move. I'm gonna go 30? Like this? That's close enough. That looks good. Only over a little over 2 hours? Oh man. I know for a lot of people, that's it's not so bad. I'm not someone that would take a 2 hour trip willingly unless it was a very special event. Okay, now I need to set the colors. Oh, right. Duh, we do the fucking propagation. We should have hyperrails? Oh, that'd be so nice. It would be so nice, man. Let's see, this would be on update model. Yeah, man. He, bro loves China, dude. I mean, if you can, I feel if you can find work there, yeah, I imagine you'd be able to figure it out from there. Let's see. For smoke VFX smoke. Do I want a light source on this? I mean, it is fire, so it probably would. Yeah, I probably would. Okay. For smoke in. Mm, mm, mm. If smoke is VFX smoke. Smoke dot cold current equals current. Oh, that's right. I need to fix the outline. Okay. Which means I need to go save all scenes. I need to go into boom. I'm going to duplicate that. Toss that bad boy in there. .2. Transparency alpha. Call front. And also render priority. One will render on top. Okay, so we're going to just be -1. Oh, and I gotta do a missive on this shit, and I really worry about what that's gonna do to. You know, no, I don't. I'm just not. I'm just not gonna. You can't make me. Outline. Outline. Wait. Outline. How did I do it with Spike? Also, what is unsaved? What is this? Go away. Wait. There's VFX fire. Oh god. Okay. VFX fire isn't here. So I can get rid of you, yes. Close. Do not save. Just discard. Is that to do with Spike? It was... Video color and emission. Okay, so I'm just going to toss that in here. And pray that that does not look really bad. Energy multiplier 1. Okay. Go and reload the scene. Okay. Yeah, color and emission. So that looks fine. I'll make sure I don't see that black outline there. Okay, I think we're good. Now the real question is, does smoke still look okay? Oh, hang on. Reload the scene. Oh, what is happening? Why are you upset? What's going on? No, not found mesh outline. Oh, right. Outline. Let's make sure. Yeah, these are made unique. Let's play Red Wolf in the Sky. You know, that's not a bad idea. Let me see if I can find what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that'll do. This is not red sun. What do you mean bad address index? What are you talking about? You know, back to the motherland in November. Ooh, exciting! I'm many looking forwards to the lewds. Bro, just reload the whole damn project. Okay, no issues? Awesome. I don't know what the fuck I was complaining about. The smoke looks a little strange. Let me see if I can't do something about that. I just like, yeah, let's not do that. The emission on the smoke is a bit of a problem. What if I turned it off? In outline, it does do albedo color. Okay, so I can just turn emission off for the smoke and it should work. Because it is also setting albedo. So if I do it just for the mesh, turn that off. Okay, it's back to looking like normal. Let's go! Now I need to uh hang on. This handles its color stuff properly. Okay. So what I need to do is go into fire. Color start. Wait a minute. If this thing was passing down its colors properly, then the smoke here would be white. What's going on here? I go into smoke. This is update model. Hmm. I mean, if that's not gonna work... Sneeze got cold feet. Wait! Oh, this is pissing me off. You set it in initialize. Color start equal to color start. Okay, so it does that properly. Okay, I guess, I mean, if that's how you want to do it, I'm not going to complain. It works. Column end. Here goes column end. Okay, and to test emission, let's see, can I give you a nice red outline? No. Awesome. Alright, let me see if I can fix that. What if here? Okay, so it works here. What if I go into smoke? Okay, it doesn't show up here. Oh, because you were invisible. Okay, we're good. So if I then go back in the fire, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Hmm. Though it's not setting... Oh, the emission delay is probably not set with smoke. 1.5? Okay, we'll set that for both. Hmm. Okay, how's that? There we go. Okay, where is my fire colors? Let's start with you. And then fade down into black. It fades to black too fast. Okay, instead of that, I copy this over. And we're going to make it darker, but not light. We somehow ended up here again. Hang on. Bring me here. Let me see. Let me see if I can find if it's here or not. Yeah. What if I copy this, but then just make it invisible? I think I'm gonna have to make a double set. One with the fire and then one with the actual smoke behind it. Okay. Put this in here. This is the fire. And then we're going to duplicate this whole thing. And this is going to be smoke. Already var fire. Hmm. It's kind of hard to see. It's hard to see the smoke under. Ah, I see. Yeah. They need to be a little bigger. For some reason, it's really hard to see the smoke in the like against the ground here. It's a little easier to see in the sky, which is slightly annoying. I don't know. Maybe it'll look better. Maybe if we just didn't have it fade out all the way. I think I can work with that. 175? Okay. Okay. And when you initialize, trans.rotation z in degrees equals angle plus equals, let's say, 5 degrees. So now every time it initializes, it rotates just a little bit. And that'll look like, it'll give you a little bit of a spiral effect when you hit it in rapid succession. Is that good? Is that the whole thing? I think that's the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's working. All right, let's see what it looks like in practice. Let's see, Barza. And I think this one will similarly need to have a custom thing, so it just loads directly onto... it loads directly on the center of the model instead of randomly. Grab this. Region functions. Fire. We're going to set this at the global position. And then VFX dot global position dot Y plus equals 0.5 times parent dot scale dot Y. Let's see what this looks like. What kind of crash are we going to get this time? Okay. First of all, it needs to go a little bit higher. And it also needs to go in the opposite direction. Oh, wait. That's because this needs to... Am I crazy? This needs to spin around? Yeah, this needs to spin around. Never mind, I'm not crazy. Yeah, let's put that on 0.6. See what that looks like. It also... I think the size of the effect itself works, but the smoke blocks themselves need to be a little bigger. That was still on the lower side. You can bump it up to like 0.8. Yeah, that's quite low. Fuck it, we might just do a full one. And also, I think they need to fly out a little faster. But they're also not hitting quickly enough for them to be moving that much faster, because then there's going to be a big gap. I think that works. Yeah, I want the blocks to be a little bigger. Let's make these 0.3. And make these 0.35. Let's do 0.32. See what that looks like. That way I can scale it up and make them move faster, and it'll still look like proportionally correct. Yeah, that works. Why? What happened this time? Trying to assign an array of type array to a variable of type array int. What are you talking about? You're an int. Turns an array. Do I need to fucking cast you as array of ints? There. You fucking happy? Also, why did this even happen? Oh, right. Wait, no. What? Why did this code get triggered? Oh, because she got burned. Okay. Actually, that's really good. I need to test that. Okay, so that looks pretty alright. Let me get that in slow motion. Okay, that still doesn't work. Fucking fine, dude. Make me type shit the long way, why don't you? Okay, we're gonna guarantee burn on this just so I can test. Trying to say, why does that happen during Gamedev? It makes you think of the lady with the fucked up microwave. Wait, what? I'm gonna need you to expound on that. Why did that do one? What? That doesn't seem right. I'll look into that later. Oh, wait, right. This is based on ATB, so probably barely any time passed. This one? Okay. That is perfect, actually. Once I'm satisfied with this fire, I'm gonna... I'll look at that, and then we'll write out. Because it's about that time. I just need to get a grasp on how I'm feeling about the fire. I like that. I like that. I think that looks good. I think that looks pretty alright. We got two spells done today. So we're a third of the way through. And then when I get done with the spells, I'll probably move on. There are still some attacks that don't have the effects yet, but like this is alright. This is a good amount. Okay, let me get Firefox open. so I can get shown on OBS. All right.
Why the fuck would that happen? It's a croissant.
What?
That means that it has to be something.
What the hell? Yeah, I don't think croissants should do that. That seems very dangerous. All right, let me see who's on. Huh. Let me see who's on that. I can send y'all off to. Got a couple people to choose from. Oh, Bell is 2.0 debuting. Yeah, let's head over there. As always, I like to support small streamers, so if you're coming with me on this raid, remember, be nice. You can be little growing bastards if you want, but be nice about it. And most importantly, give the streamer a chance to shine, give them a chance to show their stuff. And until maybe tomorrow, where I will probably continue deving. Until then, thank you, Brooke, thank you, Foul, thank you, Mino, thank you, Monster, thank you, McVin, thank you, Hut, thank you, Board. I feel like that was probably everybody. I do apologize if I missed you. Let me keep scrolling, see if I find anybody. I feel like that was everybody. If I missed you, I do apologize. But again, oh wait, we had fucking David in here. Where's that bunny? I get you two mixed up because you use a different username here. Either way, thank you. If I missed anybody else, I do apologize. But again, until whenever, same time, same place, I will see you all next time.